This is Saxon Math for 6th grade. Today we're working on lesson 18. We're going to be studying polygons. A lot of the words that we're using today, it's very heavy on vocabulary. We're going to be using parts of the words to help figure them out. Knowing what parts of words mean can help you both in math and later in English class. Poly. Anytime you see the word part poly, it means many. Gon means sides. So a polygon is a shape with many sides. Specifically, it's a shape with 3 or more sides. There'll be a lot of definitions, so if I'm going quickly and you want to pause the video and go back, take your notes, please do so. Regular. When we use regular and we're talking about shapes, it has a very different meaning than when we use it in class normally. Normally, when we say regular, we mean something is normal. Regular in math, however, means that it has equal sides. So for example, a square is a regular polygon. It's a polygon or shape that has all equal sides. An equilateral triangle is another example of a regular polygon. It's a triangle with all sides that are equal. An irregular shape isn't a bad shape. It just means that it is ir, which means not regular. So if something is irregular, it has different length sides. A rectangle is an irregular shape. A triangle that looks like this would be an irregular shape. You'll hear us talk about the vertex or the vertices a lot. I want to make sure we get that in our notes too. When we're talking about shapes, the sides are the lines that go around. The corners are the vertices. If there's one of them, we call it a vertex. If there's more than one, we call it vertices. These are the words that we use for the different number of sides on different shapes. So if a shape has 3 sides, we call it a triangle. The word part tri means 3. If it has 4 sides, we call it a quadrilateral. Quad means 4. 5 sides is a pentagon. Penta means 5. 6 sides is a hexagon. Hexa means 6. 7 sides is a heptagon. Hepta means 7. Notice how these all follow the same format as our polygons. Many, gon means sides. Over here, for most of these, we're adding gon to the end of our word part. It tells the number. 5 sides, penta means 5, gon means sides. 6 sides, well, hexa means 6, and gon means sides, hexagon. 7 is a heptagon. 8 is an octagon, octa meaning 8. 9 is a nonagon, nona meaning 9. And 10 is a decagon, deca meaning 10. When we talk about shapes, we like to compare them to see if they're similar or congruent. If a shape is similar, it's the same shape, but a different size. And that means exactly the same shape. So, for example, these 2 triangles are similar. This triangle is not similar. It's not the same shape as these other 2. Congruent means that it's exactly the same size and exactly the same shape. Now, I tried very hard to make these exactly the same, and as I'm looking at my picture, I failed. You guys know arts is not my strongest class here. Mostly. Pretend those are exactly the same. Those would be congruent. Similar, same shape, different sizes. Congruent, exactly the same. All right, the last part, and here's the fun part, and the things that they'll ask you about when you get to your problems. If you have 2 shapes that are similar, so these 2 triangles are similar. Notice they're the same shape, but one of them is little and one of them is big. So they're different sizes, which is what makes them similar. They will have what's called corresponding parts. The corresponding parts are the parts that are the same on the shapes, even though they might be different sizes. So for example, here's the right angle in both of these shapes. It's right here. That means that if it was turned the other way, I would turn them so they're both facing the same way. I could say that this right angle and that right angle, those are corresponding parts. They're in the same place on each shape. I could say that this upper angle and this upper angle are corresponding parts. They're in the same spot. I could say that this bottom side corresponds to this bottom side. They're not the same size, but they are in the same place on those shapes. So those are corresponding parts. When you do your work today, be on the lookout for corresponding parts. Make sure you turn the shapes so they're facing the same direction before you start looking for them.